Hello teacups, what's brewing? Welcome back to the channel. Pleasure to have you here as always. Today we have Chantel's live, can't say anything. She did have like a 20-minute live saying like shush, don't wake him, but there didn't seem to be anything new or amazing in it, so I've just decided to cut through this one. I did cut this down myself today and then promptly remember why it is I don't bother doing that anymore, but we persevere. So my cut down, I think I had it on about 18 minutes. I have bumped her up to 1.2, so it might be slightly shorter, but I needed to get her to human speed, you know? So I've got a cup of coffee, of course, even though I may regret it as it's a little bit late because of the aforementioned cut down. And let's get the show on the road.
I'm in just a bad mood because I'm like so over the bad internet. I'm so over it. Like I have to wait a whole month, and I just want to like move.
She is always in a bad mood, to be completely fair. And it's not like Syria wasn't wearing on her before, but yeah, she's quite irritable.
I just want to have my own place and get back to better internet so I can do my job.
Do my job.
And I'm in a really bad mood today.
Yeah.
No, I'm not returning to Syria. That's okay, Saber. It's okay. You don't have to.
I didn't have a chat going at this point, so I'm really not sure what they're saying to her, but mostly you can sort of tell from context.
I think I found a place, so...
She got turned down for her old place. I think we were talking about that last time. I lose track of everything so quickly. It's just like, oh, can't keep this in my brain. She starts by saying she thinks she's found a place, but also that she's still applying to tons of places.
I just really, you know what? I have a month. I'm going to be picky. I know it's you have to really...
I'm stopping this a lot because I cut down most of the fluff. I'm not against being careful in your choices. You can be fast in your choices and still be careful in them. Foodie generally isn't. So when she says picky, if I were to give her the benefit of the doubt, I think she might be considerate of where she lives. But the way, as ever, this comes out, where literally people are funding and she's still grifting to get money to go to this place so she can whine about how, no, I'm going to be picky because she deserves better. Just grates a little.
Kind of beggars can't be. I appreciate it though, Saber. I'll check it out because it might be a good idea. But
beggars literally
I don't know.
can't be
I'm not going to be. I don't want to settle. I
don't want to settle for what I can afford. I want nice things. I know she's not actually saying this. This is how I'm filtering it.
I have to stay. This has to be my home for a while. Excuse me. Hey, King Goop. For who knows how long. I want to settle in and have a place. Kids.
Her internet, as ever, is sort of in and out. I think I cut most of it out, so just give it a sec.
I don't have to, so I'm going to take time, see if I can get somewhere I really, really, I appreciate you guys offering to help.
Who is still offering? I think in this case they meant help you find listings, which I think she should be more suspicious of, because she shouldn't put her information out there. She will, but she shouldn't. But the fact is, if people are determined to find her, there are limited places that are willing to deal with her on a practical sense. So the moment she shows anything on camera, which she will eventually, she'll slip even if she doesn't intend to, it'll be out there.
But yeah, Saber, I'll check out the listings for sure, thank you. The studio, the last place, give your deposit back. They said 3 to 5, it hasn't been 3 to 5 yet, so...
Yeah, and you got to remember business days. It always feels really long to me when I have business days on something going on at home because Sunday is counted as a work day here and it's not at home. So I think she did catch the weekend awkwardly there.
Exactly, Saber, your house. Julia! Hey! She starts scratching the screens. It's no.
Yeah, she does. And that is a good indicator of how Chantel usually reacts. Now she catches herself, she walks it back, she gives it a laugh and starts giving her the Julia the voice, but I feel like that's more common. I think we just saw real Chantel reaction.
Their new screens. Why you do this, baby? The crappy internet when you have to live stream?
You don't have to live stream. You could make video content. I'm just saying. I'm not saying people are particularly enjoying your video content, but you have the option.
Yeah, they're happy. Yeah, I've been looking around Harley Quinn. I've been looking at less expensive areas because,
I wonder if she means she says something a little bit later about looking in different cities. So how far away does she mean by affordable areas? Like, I know, for example, that Montreal is usually priced a lot cheaper than other major cities in Canada. And she had mentioned she wanted to be by her family, although some things contradict this here. So I don't know, like, I kind of would be up for her going like further out into less populated parts of Canada and just living there somewhere. Like, find a cheaper province.
The tax man? You can't hide from the tax man. Sweat.
She knows, she's tried.
Not for long. You gotta at least make some payments. I make payments, but good faith payments.
She laughs about this, so good faith payments to me sound like basically either you show us that you are going to pay and you pay regularly or else. But we thought she had court-ordered payments, so how are they good faith? Because if they're mandated, that's the opposite of good faith. They don't believe you're going to do it. I'll let her talk for a second and we'll come back to that.
Going forward, like I have back taxes, but going forward, I'll be up to date. You know what I mean?
So what I'm assuming this is, I don't know for sure, and please tell me if you're more familiar with the system, but what I'm assuming it means there is they looked at how often she hadn't paid her taxes. Apparently she's not paying back taxes right now because I guess her bankruptcy didn't get dismissed or discharged or whatever it is it's called, and so she had to pay certain debts. But it sounds like she's maybe had to figure out something for paying the current year at least, or the most recent set of taxes. And then if she can show that she pays those, which is what I think she means by up to date, they'll be willing to work something out in terms of paying the back taxes. I'm not sure if I'm right with that, but if I had to try and look at it logically, that's what I would think.
That'll be true. Can be. You guys, I've been applying for some places. And there's a couple places that are willing to work with me.
By work with me, does she mean consider me? Like, what is she having to put up as, no, I'm a good deal here?
And they're so nice. Hey, Katie, I'm just picturing my... Okay, what do you think of this? Because what do you think of, let's just say Pete does eventually move in or I have a roommate or something, okay? Oh, my title is because... I was trying to think of a title, and I'm like, I can't put the word bees in the title. It will demonetize me.
When did they start demonetizing the word bees? And I think when she goes back to Canada, she's going to open up a whole back catalogue of videos. I think she's going to stop caring about hiding them. So, like, how many are we looking at here? Because those of you who were with me during the dark times, when COVID gave us nothing to do and we would have 3 to 4 live streams a day, all of which called Let's Bees. If she wants to seriously open those up again, like, she's going to have to go in and change every title.
You just can't say anything anymore. But if you want to have a channel bullying somebody, no problem.
Yeah, if you want to have a channel with an opinion, no problem. Me, on the other hand, I want to sit here and say the arsler, and God, people are so sensitive.
But I can't say bees. Margie, yeah, and I'm just picturing, okay, I'm thinking to save money to buy a to get a 1-bedroom, and it would be so much cheaper. It's like, sometimes it depends, but a few hundred cheaper for...
In the transcript, this said 200 cheaper, I think because it was trying to read the sound where her internet went out. She might have said a few hundred cheaper, but she said in her last video, or the last video I reacted to, that her budget was like 22 to 2300, which seems unrealistic to me. And as I said, there were 1 to 2 bedroom homes for like 1800. So if she wants to save a few hundred, she could look at those. That doesn't seem to be where she's going with this.
1 bedroom, and you can just get Amazon, like, really nice parts and separate your bed and put it, like, in the living room. Don't you think that would be a better idea? Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I think that'd be a terrible idea. I'm not saying people don't do it when you need to make the best use of the space, but I fully believe, I'm really leaning into the idea now, and I wasn't sure before because I was kind of hoping you wouldn't, but the more they're talking, the more I'm thinking Pete is planning on moving in with her. Like, foolish, thoughtless boy, but I think he's doing it. Because he couldn't move until he got the job, And now she's looking for a place and she keeps mentioning, oh, if Pete's or if a roommate comes in, she's never going to have a roommate. If it's a roommate, it's going to be Pete's. She's not just going to get a random roommate. How could she survive with anyone else in the house? It's only because she doesn't really count Pete's as a person that she can manage him. And I think Piggy did like a 4-minute cut down of something Pete's was doing. He mentioned he was going for training for a job. And I don't think that's coincidental timing. I think the fact that he could theoretically move in with her has got him moving on getting employment. And so if he has money coming in, he'll move back in with her. It's a stupid idea on many levels, but I feel like it might end up happening. But to go back to her actual question, I think like partitioning the living room is a terrible idea because she's saying she doesn't care about the living room, but she needs a place to film. And whoever's in the living room, if you're just behind a screen, you are not going to have any privacy. If she's going to live with Pete, they've got to get a 2-bed. Now, I think with the budget she had in mind, that is doable, but I know budget is quite a generous word for what she's doing. But I think just screening off part of the living room as 2 grown adults who, want their privacy, will be online, I just think it would feel like living in a bedsit. And that's like, she's saying how she wants to go up in the world, but you put the bed in the living room, and most of these places have like a living room kitchen. So you're sleeping, eating, and living in the same room, in which case, what's the benefit of having a bigger apartment anyway?
I think that, the living room is huge. And who cares? The
living room is huge. It wasn't in her old place. So that to me says she's got somewhere specific in mind.
The living room, I don't want to have people over ever, so.
So all the thing of being close to her family and, not isolating herself like she used to, which we knew was bullshit, but still the confirmation, she doesn't want to see anyone. But given that she is prone to just sealing, that would be another reason to have your own place to go seal in, and for Pete to have his own place to escape to.
And I want a boneless couch. Have you guys seen the boneless couches?
I don't know why boneless couch freaks me out so much. Frameless couch? Stuffed couch? There are so many nicer ways I feel she could have phrased that.
They're sturdy. They hold up to over 1,000 pounds. And they're amazing. They look so comfortable.
I wonder what TikTok ad she's watched.
Stable mental state. I am too, Lena. Apartment hunt is so annoying. That's why when I find a place, I'm not leaving. I'm gonna die there.
Should be getting a short-term lease then.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a lot going bride shopping. Honestly, he needs a bride. He needs a wife.
I thought you were his wife. Foodie, you've already told that lie.
I'm very neutral. I'm not against gender roles, but I understand why people are. I'm not against gender roles, but I'm not against people who don't conform to gender roles.
How big of you?
I'm very inclusive thinking.
That has not been my experience of you, but let's move on.
I have to stay on good terms. Yeah, I'm just trying to do what I can for now. He would want to leave you. He didn't bring up leaving, I did.
And then you lost your mind on the internet because he wasn't sorry enough about it. You're supposed to pine, Salah.
You still have to report those incomes, Ray Ray. Hey, Minna.
Is Ray a regular in her chat? I don't feel like I've heard the name before, but they seem to be, from what I can tell from context, presenting themselves as having a bankruptcy and asking questions, and I was like, is this a troll just trying to get more information about hers, or is it an actual person? In which case I don't think asking Chantel for advice regarding the proper discharge of your bankruptcy is a good idea.
Yeah, you have to report everything during the bankruptcy. Any money earned. Don't landlords want money? I don't blame them for being picky. I get it.
I don't think she realizes that them saying no to her is not them being picky. That's basic common sense. Because yes, landlords want to earn money from their asset. They also don't want that asset to depreciate. Foodie is a risk to that property.
Look at my needle.
Oh. I didn't even notice that before. Why is that there?
If anything happens to me, it was this.
No. I feel like pulpy. No. You don't get to walk that back and try and make that a thing. You know when you said that. It is weird that she's got it there, though. I don't see people pin things there. I've seen people put magnets there, or like a clip, but just a pin like that. Usually, and when I've had to wear head coverings, I don't have to wear them very often, but at rare times, people tend to put it over, then wrap it round, and the pin kind of goes in here. I'd be very concerned having it right there, stabbing straight down into her chest.
Yeah, Lenora, it really sucks. I've learned a lot of hard lessons about finances.
Oh, I was wondering, she's like, I've learned a lot of hard lessons. Maybe you've been given a lot of hard lessons. How much learning you've taken away from them. I want to see that exit ticket.
Yeah, you have to report to them every month, Ray. They'll let you know what to do. Yeah, well, I told you it's still a work in progress. There's a whole room of stuff we haven't unpacked, and those things include curtains, so I'll put up the curtains, but there's still a sheer curtain that has to go under these, but I have to wash them, so.
I was gonna ask, because being asked whether she'd washed the curtains was one of the big points about how judgmental his family was. So they unpacked these curtains and he just put them up, despite the fact that they'd been in storage. So they're dirty. And then I guess the sheer curtains behind show up the dirt a lot more, so she has to wash them still.
I fixed my hair today. My hair's pretty long.
Is she putting her hand there? Is that how long she's saying her hair is? I'm not sure I believe that.
And it kind of curls at the bottom, but it's so thin on top. And you know what? Wearing hijab for long periods, hey, page 22, has caused my hair to fall out more because I put my hair up in a bun all the time.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. I feel the need to disclaimer this because this is actually something that's relevant to me. You all know I have my own issues with hair loss. I don't and will never make fun of Chantel for her hair, even when she has not given me the same courtesy. Hair loss is hair loss, you have to deal with it, and I have nothing bad to say on the matter. But when she tells us these things, and I'm just like, what? But if she doesn't have very much holding up here, and then she's pulling the rest of it back here, all of the tension from the scrunchie or whatever she's got it hold up at is going to be on the bit she has. But she talks about it kind of getting matted, and that just seems kind of strange to me. It makes me question, like, how often are you showering? Because one day wouldn't mat it.
There's like rubbing or something, and it kind of like mats your ponytail a bit. Like anyways, every time I shower, I have to use conditioner and take a comb in with me and like untangle my hair. Mm-hmm. And every time I do that, there's like clumps that come out.
That sounds difficult. I have no idea how she's getting that much matting in there. I know that she sweats and it's undercover, so there is some rubbing. But if the bun is doing that, like if it's in a bun, it's all together so there's nothing to mat. If it's in a ponytail and it's matting, like braid it. And like don't pull it back, braid it down. And I know that's kind of rat tail territory. But if no one's gonna see it under the hijab, then at least it's secured its back and you don't have like as much surface area for the friction to start tangling up. Because if she's got less hair and it is rubbing, then yeah, it's going to get more tangled, I suppose, because it's just going to move around more than if there was a lot of hair there.
And I just want to cry, like I can't afford this friction loss. So I've been using hair fibers anyways, traction, alopecia.
And again, hair fibers. Now, she used to use hair fibers. If you're new to Foodie, she used to use them in her hair and whatever. Okay, she did what she did. But she's on record multiple times saying Salah hates hair fibers. So where has she been wearing hair fibers? Because around his family, it wouldn't just be women. So she wouldn't take her hijab off. And at home, he doesn't like it. So why would she put hair fibers in if she didn't have to? And where's she getting hair fibers from? Like, was that part of the stuff that was shipped over from Kuwait? I feel like she's mentioning it because she's going back to everyone who is about to put into the comments, because I can hear you approaching the keyboard. I can't believe you believe she's going back to Canada. Yes. Just let me talk about it, okay? But in my head, I think she wants to take the hijab off when she gets to Canada, and she's looking at options and seeing if the hair fibers and things still work for her, if it's a viable option. Because otherwise, if she's not going to wear the hijab, she'd have to either go bald again or go back to wigs.
Fatal vitamins, really? Okay, page 22. Yeah, the hair loss has worsened. Yep. My hair loss
She had to keep turning the camera on and off because the internet was getting so bad.
was from high blood sugar and PCOS. I gotta get my sugars down. Ew.
It would be nice for you to get your blood sugars down so that the diabetes doesn't run like glass through your system. But if vanity does it for you, go for it.
Was it you, Strawberries, who asked me about Serena Williams? She was offended by the cotton in the hotel. And people in the comments are so like, probably, you know, they were like, oh, well, you're a tennis player. You're not a slave. And it's like, no, but her ancestors probably were. Why be so insensitive about it? Like, it's just gross comments. And like, even as a white person, I felt uncomfortable for that. So I don't know. People don't feel that way. People like pick and choose what historical events we can still be offended by. You know, like it still affects people today.
I left that in, and I haven't left the whole thing in because I haven't seen the original video of Serena Williams, but I know enough of the story. It's kind of been passed around. Chantel literally used the word spaz in a stream, I want to say 2 or 3 days ago. She's continuously used the R slur. And yes, I did just say the word because I didn't feel like the S slur was going to make sense. And this is after she did a whole community post on like, yes, I've used it before. Yes, I've defended it by saying that it used to be used a lot more frequently when I was a kid. But, you know, now I've met Sasa, I really don't feel it's right. And, you know, just this whole kind of moment of realization, despite the fact that she's doubled, tripled, and quadrupled down on using it before. But there we were, 2-3 days ago, something like that, and she used it. And she's seriously gonna sit here and talk about being sensitive because things might impact people today. Chantel, shut up.
And I think like we should just be sensitive to that in a way, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah, I mean, the Cole comment was very stupid. Like I didn't even think of it that way. So it's probably the same situation in the...
She didn't think of it that way, but she doubled down on it later. Excuse me? That's my issue. I don't ever expect Chantel to think there's something wrong with what she's doing. I'm not so naive. But you could choose not to double down on it.
The hotel, exactly. I understand why she was offended, and I absolutely didn't mean it in like a racial way at all. But I understand it. If I was a dog, what would I be? I want to be a spoiled little chihuahua so I can yap at people and not have to go for as many walks.
I have something unkind to say about the fact that she already yaps at people and doesn't go for walks. I should probably keep it to myself.
4 walks a day. You can walk a dog in a scooter.
Yeah.
You can go faster in a scooter.
Well, I mean, compared to you, yeah.
The dog needs the walk, not me.
I would argue both of you could benefit.
But you put Pete's in your basket. And if he wants, imagine.
So Pete's confirmed?
I need a big basket. What about, imagine we did live together, then he would need a...
Imagine this thing that we definitely don't know is happening or not, but imagine, I'm telling you, I'm starting to lean into it.
He would need his weekly groceries. I need a basket for Swedish berries. No, I'm not getting a dog. I'm not getting any animals.
Please keep that in mind. Please remember those words and just stick to them. I know she mainly does it just to spite us, but come on. This is the only time I would tell Chantel, no, just be lazy. Just don't get one.
Christina from Hormone Imbalance. Yeah, I have to get that checked. It's getting worse. I want to go and get...
Didn't she come off like HRT or whatever it was? She didn't take it consistently and then she just didn't take it, period.
Some costumes from Spirit Halloween on sale. Halloween don't carry 5X? What?
I looked this up. All right, real talk, guys. Real talk. I like her costumes. If there is content that you could say, oh, okay, I didn't mind watching that, content that involves her getting dressed up, I'm here for it. Mostly because I like getting dressed up. I like a good costume, it's fun. So I went and looked this up, and actually they do go up to a 5X. Don't mind the shade of me looking up an Ursula costume, alright? I'm just saying. Now, I don't know how strict a 5X that is, let's say. I know some sizes size very differently from others, and that Halloween costumes generally run small. So how useful it would be for her at a 5X, I don't know. But they do have a whole plus size section for Halloween costumes. And no wonder she wants them on sale. It's like I think the 5X, I can't remember, I don't have the picture in front of me right now, but it'll be there in edit. It costs like $180 for a Halloween costume. Plus the accessories, I think it was something like $50 for the wig. I got some side-eye for you. Spirit Halloween, I think that's their name. But doesn't mean I don't think she should do it. Good thing the Beezers got her through this difficult financial time so that she could go and buy $200 Halloween costumes.
Oh, I gotta take prenatal vitamins and HRT, yeah. Before I hit normal menopause, then I have to come off of it, I think.
If you're put into premature menopause for whatever reason, like you have a hysterectomy, whatever you did, how do you know when you enter regular menopause? Because you've already gone through it. That's a genuine question. That's not me just being stupid. Or it might be me being stupid, but I still don't know the answer. Like, how could you stop when you went into normal menopause? That doesn't make sense to me. Because one, you've already done it, you just went into it artificially. And two, I thought, and perhaps this needs more research on my part, because I should be looking into my own future here, that you had to be on hormone replacement for the rest of your life because you don't have the hormones anymore. I might be misunderstanding that. I haven't done enough research.
Oh, hair transplant. I'll find out how much it is here.
Another wonderful thing to do with your money, Chantal. Oh, the Beezers have given you thousands. You know, hair transplants. Let's do that. I'm not against her getting them at some point. I think she'd find it quite life-changing. But I don't think you can legitimately, with a straight face, be begging for money on the internet and then go and get hair transplants.
Who knows, ECP? We need to get blood work done to find out for sure, I think. Yeah, nutrition is very important, I know.
Just not doing anything
water
about it.
fast, I found my hair and skin went more shiny, but it's too hard. I ordered it.
But if her hair and skin went more shiny, it's because she finally released it from the grip of fast food for a few days.
What kind of medicines you need so you can take with you to Canada as long as it's too expensive there. Thank you. So this is my medicine bag. My Cyprolex here is... How much is my Cyprolex? It's, I was taking those 80 cent antidepressants and it made me nuts.
She is nuts. She just happened to be taking 80-cent antidepressants. Because 80-cent antidepressants doesn't mean what 80-cent antidepressants would mean in the West. It is branded versus generic. I think the reason she's emphasizing the impact it had on her to change, particularly as her dosage is so low anyway, is simply because she lost her mind online because she had a huge temper tantrum, and this is the only way she could say, well, it's not my fault, my brain pills were out of whack. Oh, speaking of brain pills, during the 4-minute recap of Pete's, someone mentioned brain pills and he said, oh, maybe it's for her bipolar. Did I miss a bipolar diagnosis? I could believe it. I could believe she has it, but I would remember her going through that diagnosis, I feel.
So Cyprolex in Canada is $90 or something, and here it's $7.
Like, I grabbed it so we could have this conversation. I take this Cyprolex 20 milligram, and here it is, 15 real. It's like 15.2, which is about 30 pounds or about, what's the US conversion? Like $45, $50, I would say. Canadians, you're gonna have to convert that yourself. I'm not looking it up right now. And I get 28 tablets in that, so this is nearly a month's supply. So if it's per box, if it's another like 28 tablet supply, $90 seems quite expensive for Canada. It doesn't surprise me that it's cheaper in Syria.
So I'm gonna stock up. No, medicine is not free in Canada at all. No, the Syrian brand ones, they make me crazy. The generic.
Again, you are crazy. You just happen to be taking generic medicine. Sorry, forgot what I was saying. I'm also a little surprised, given that the healthcare seems to work a little bit more like British healthcare, that their prescriptions aren't free. But I suppose in Britain, if the prescription is included in the NHS or whatever, you pay a prescription fee, but I think it's like £11 or something. It's been a while since I got one, to be honest. But if you live in Wales, prescriptions, or Scotland, I think, prescriptions are free. So it's just that the devolved governments in the UK have slightly different rules around it. So I guess I must have assumed at somewhere in my brain that in Canada it was also free.
But the Cyprolex works. Diabetic meds are covered in Canada? You just go to a pharmacy and ask for insulin, and I just take what I was on before.
I was confused by this because she seemed surprised that diabetic meds were covered, but then said, no, I just go in and get insulin. Or was she talking about in Syria? I'm so confused. Oh no, but she's not taking it in Syria because they didn't want to prescribe it because it has to be refrigerated.
Cyprolex is Lexapro, yeah. And the generics, I know that they have the same ingredient, but they just don't work the same for me. I don't know why.
Because you're desperate to find an alternate excuse for your own emotional behaviour?
Don't know. So I guess Cyprolex is what I need to be on. So it's a lot cheaper here. You hated being on Lexapro? Really? It's the only thing that works for my anxiety. Tipsy, I get super crash outs. I get paranoid, I get friggin' insane.
I can fully believe you've got psychological problems, but I don't think we can blame that on you not taking your 10 milligram dose antidepressant that you don't take regularly anyway.
I need to be on it. Stop taking medication or prescriptions before talking to a doctor. Yeah,
there is that too.
But
Yeah, I know, but I'm not going to change, so.
If I get approved for a place, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to apply for apartments anyways and then be like, it's okay. If they deny me, I'm going to say, it's okay, look at the apartment I have anyways. Haha, you lost.
I know it's not funny that she has the mentality of an 8-year-old, but... Oh, well, you got an apartment anyway. Oh, sucks to be us. You mean we don't get to take that risk? Oh, shucks. But that is Foodie's mentality. Well, I got what I wanted even though you didn't want to give it me, so haha, I win.
That's what I'm going to do. I applied at so many places, different cities.
Yeah, this is where she said different cities. I was like, close by cities or all over Canada? Because I'd be here for a new area of Canada.
There's a place that accepted me, but it was a basement and it was just so depressing. I'm like, I can't live here.
Then why did you apply to it? An apartment that she hasn't been to, so it's not like she can say, oh, I applied for it, but then when we went to view it, it just wasn't what I was imagining. She hasn't been to view it, she would have seen it online, so if you didn't want to live there, why have you applied?
Right, Christina? I don't want a basement, had no windows. None. I don't know, it's just, man, I just put out just anywhere. I miss being silly.
Anywhere, but she's going to be picky, and, because she's worth more, but she won't live in a basement flat.
All the basement spaghetti, no windows, that's illegal. Huh. I had like a small one on the top of the house, you know what I mean?
You? Exaggerating? Surely not.
You know what? I like getting older. I mean, provided I'll take care of my health, but you feel more mature and at peace in a way. You don't have...
She's not wrong, but let's continue.
All that anxiety from all those hormones, you don't have all that anxiety of trying to figure out who you are. She's
just said, just seconds ago in this recording, that that is a freeze frame, I apologise. But she's just this second said that her antidepressant is the only thing that helps with her anxiety. You don't have all those hormones, even though they're having a conversation about the fact that she's not on her hormone medication. And she's just had a conversation about how if she gets an apartment, she's going to go to the other people and be like, ha ha. So yes, sorry, maturity and lack of anxiety and karma. Was that the argument? Okay, let's move on.
I think at a certain age, you just resign to feeling like, whatever, this is good enough. And then you feel at peace.
When are you going to hit peace? And for anyone doubting that Chantel is talking completely out of her ass, I do actually love getting older. I love being the age I am because I genuinely don't give a shit. The insecurity of being younger and trying to live up to expectations of other people, there is definitely a process where you become comfortable in your own decisions and you recognize that your decisions might look different from other people's, and that's okay. There is a grain of truth within this nonsense. You don't become resigned to that because the power of it is realizing that you are where you want to be and you are satisfied with it. You have made those choices. What Chantel seems to be talking about is being forced into a situation, getting old enough to think, well, this is hopeless, and then just waiting it out. And then you feel at peace. Or, full of thwarted rage and lost ambitions.
Anyone ever buy tea from Temu? Are they good?
Yes! I know, every second I know. I thought she said tea from Temu. And I'm sitting here going, well, I haven't, but surely tea is quite readily available. Why would you get tea from Temu? Like, it's so easy to find everywhere. No, she said teeth. I checked the transcript. She was eating popcorn at the time, were her teeth hurting? And when she says teeth, oh, I've got so many questions. Because her putting teeth like over hers, like dentures, if she lost teeth, or like, you know how veneers kind of are placed over your teeth? Is she talking about some kind of synthetic veneer that she can push on? Like, I'm so confused over what kind of product she's talking about. What do you mean, teeth from Temu? What are you hoping to get here? If it's a cover, you've still got to deal with what's rotting in your jaw. And if it's dentures, that would imply you had no teeth. I require further explanation.
Is it mod again? I don't know what happened. Oh,
You don't know how Salah became mod again? Okay.
remodded yourself. I think when I'm in Canada, he won't have much to do with anything on my channel.
Really? Oh, guys, he's just magically modded, and no, I haven't unmodded him. No, everything's fine. This is fine. Either she remodded him, in which case just say, yeah, we had a fight, I unmodded him, and we've settled this. Or he did go in and remod himself, which I feel like she's lying here. But if he did, and you're separating, why would you want him to have that level of control in your channel? Go change the password to your studio right now. Because the only way he could have remodded himself if he was logged into that. What are you saying here? What is this like?
He won't like our reason. I don't think I will care about YouTube anymore because I'll take care of many things in real life. He's over the internet. He's over YouTube.
And again, people have been saying, oh, I think Salah's coming to Canada. And I'm still like, I can understand her maybe wanting to bring him over, but I don't think she'd ever get him there. But the fact that they're making a point to say, oh no, he's over it, he's not going to be involved, just makes me feel suspicious, you know? She only ever makes a point of pointing things out when she's lying about them.
So, this is not housewife things. This is normal life things.
Like what?
And actually, I feel depressed if I just sit around doing nothing all day.
So what were you planning to do when you refuse to have family over and you are partitioned into your half of the living room ceiling? What is your routine going to be? Please do tell me.
I like having a routine of just doing basic stuff. He doesn't want to go to Canada. I think he sees the culture shock I go through here. So welcomed by so much family here that if he goes to Canada, he's not going to stay around. It's going to be very lonely.
And again, I can't remember if I left this bit in, so I'm going to just talk about it now. She talks a little bit about how Salah separated from his family in Kuwait. She didn't use the word separated, but went and lived on his own. So he didn't seem to have much company in Kuwait. He didn't seem to visit his family very much in Kuwait. So he didn't really have a problem with not having family around him there. But here he's just a family man. He can't possibly move to a new country and not have contact with his family, despite the fact that that's exactly what he did in Kuwait.
And the way he is culturally, he's not used to that. Yes. So basically, we just want different things. You know? I'm living the family life with him here in a way. It's overwhelming sometimes for me. I need to be alone most of the time. I see my family once a month, maybe.
Pete doesn't count.
We still love each other. We're still in love. That's not just going to go away.
Remember, if something happened to me, it was them.
Just because you realize you need different things. Yeah, I got to get back to myself, whatever that means. But I know this is not it. We're both handling it well. We just realize it has to.
You just spent an entire night hysterical online crying that you thought they were going to do something to you. That you were trapped in the house because of the gate you couldn't open because Salah had your card. What do you mean you're handling it well? Compared to what?
Happened. There's a lot of things that we talk about. I'm not gonna talk about them on here, but still give us some privacy. But that's the gist. There's a lot of reasons. Mainly, I feel trapped here by the lack of, I just miss a lot of Western comforts as well.
So when she misses them, they're Western comforts, but any other time it's the evil West.
So I added all the stuff to Amazon that I need. By the way, I'm still grifting, so my PayPal is pinned and we have a live goal, but
She's literally just said that with a straight face.
if you want to help contribute, but I'm going to be grifting all day tomorrow. Not grifting as in scamming, I mean raising money.
I know what you meant. I'm equally disgusted by it.
So, my Amazon is going to be $1,700.
$1,700. Optimistic seems the wrong word, but if I were an optimistic soul, I would hope that 1,200 of that was the scooter? But with a straight face, she's saying $1,700. Oh, I have just thought, isn't that the cost of the payment she makes for debt? Just as a thought.
And that's stuff from my bedroom, like a bed stuff.
The bed was $200 from Costco if you paid for it.
You gotta earn the grift. I don't have an Amazon link, but I guess I'll set one up whenever I, oh, maybe, no, I'll wait till I'm in Canada. I think most people are apprehensive that I'm gonna leave because there's still a month.
Yeah, I think they are.
I can't buy an RV. I'm too poor. What kind of stuff is in the wish list? Okay.
I'm telling you, when she finally makes this wish list, there will be, like she did last time, there'll be like a voucher for food. I was looking for the link before I realized that she'd said she didn't have it yet. And I was like, oh, I want to see this. I want to see what she deems as a need in her Amazon links. Obviously, I'm not going to buy any of it, but I need to see it. I am a little surprised, and we might see this when she goes to Griff tomorrow, that she's made the link and she puts it up, because she could have, if she's going home in a month, she could have it delivered, say to her family, something like that, and then just kind of move it on so that it's there when she arrives. We'll see how impatient she gets.
So, I didn't make a wish list. I just added stuff to the cart because I don't know if people are, I'll have to end up buying it eventually, but
share that cart. I want to see it. We are going to do a full dissemination of her of her Amazon wish list when it comes out.
Bedding, pillows, a body pillow, a shower curtain, a bouncing ball.
She goes on and on about this shower curtain. A shower curtain is one of the cheapest things you can get. Why is that her concern?
A TV stand.
A TV stand, presumably there's a TV to go with that?
Stuff like that. Yeah, Blue Lace, I'll try to. When I get there, I'll have to wait till I get there, then I can make an Amazon list, but Smarties.
She'll have to wait.
I don't have the link yet, Miss Casual Vlogger. I can make a wish list.
She will.
You'll purchase a cameo? Alright, thank you. I did 4 cameos today, thank you guys.
4 cameos. I don't even know what her reduced price is, but that is 4 cameos too many.
Because those help too. I'm going to definitely do torrid hauls. Good.
With what money? Torrid is expensive.
Good enough. The bench. October Rose. Share your wish list? I have to come up with one, yeah.
You just said you had one. You said it was all in your cart.
Just like, stuff that I'll need for my place. I think, I don't know. I'm going to get a 1 bedroom and put partitions maybe.
Such a terrible idea. If you're willing to live with that, then go super cheap and just get a bedsit yourself. Because you'll have just as much space, but you'll at least have your own privacy.
Please have something planned for long stream. The thing is, Mike, is that's very limited. Can you guys suggest stuff? I'm going to put a post.
Of course. Can't plan our own conversations.
I'll try to prepare some things, Mike, and everybody, don't worry. And thanks for being today. Inshallah tomorrow. Have a good night.
Hey, good night. I was about to say good night, Salah. Good night, Chantel. Amazon wishlist in process. We will take a look at that if it comes up. I hope someone takes a picture, because last time I think she tried that. Apparently, if you click bought elsewhere, it just disappears off the list. So people just went in and clicked everything, and then she couldn't keep it up. I'm not sure why she thinks it would be any different this time around, but let her try. All right, guys, that's where we are. I'm going to leave you here. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.